Hey, what is going on, everybody? This is Beanie, and welcome back to another video. Guys, I know I haven't made a video in a while. I know that for the past several weeks, I've been very sporadic with my streams and my videos. Before, there wasn't really a great reason for that, but this week there is. A lot of you guys know that I take care of my grandma, and she's in pretty bad shape. She's a little older, and a few days ago she had a stroke, and I've been at the hospital with her, and just it's been a big ordeal. So forgive me for not having any content out. I've got a lot of stuff going on in my personal life, guys. But she's back at home. She's doing okay. She is, you know. Thank you for being patient. Your patience was well earned. She's doing fine, and I should be back to making videos and streams very, very soon, very consistently. So yeah, you have that to look forward to. But I woke up today and I found out that SDS was releasing a new patch that addressed hitting again. But I've got a chance. I haven't had a chance to go and play a game under these new patch conditions, but I have read through the patch notes, and it addresses almost every single thing that I wanted to see addressed in the game. Maybe not to the extent that I wanted them addressed, but SDS, it proves to me that SDS is listening to us, that they are trying to make this game better. But it also has a few things in there that are pretty concerning, just about the kind of the direction that they want to take this game. So I figured that I would go through the patch notes, and we would read through them together, and I'll give my take on them. Okay, so patch 110 notes extended. When approaching gameplay changes within MLB The Show, we gather and digest feedback from all communication channels, types of players, and data gathered from millions of games played by you, the community. The goal of analyzing this data is to create a better experience for everyone, which has admittedly presented us with new challenges, given that we are new, that we have a new and large contingency of online competitive players. We always strive to make the most realistic simulation baseball game on the market, and we've come to realize that some of our simulation systems have an adverse effect in the online competitive environment. This is exactly the same thing that I've talked about several times, that Jivy has talked about several times. Whenever they say the word simulation, basically what they're talking about is RNG. They're talking about randomness within the PCI, to make it harder for a player like me, or a player like Pitching Rebel, or a player like Loganator to dominate the game, to have like a 450 batting average and win every game they play 16-0. You know, they're trying to make it, or they were trying to make it harder for us, and they wanted to even the playing field. And they do this under the guise of creating a realistic baseball sim in the online community, instead of making a platform that is fair. Because you can't have both. You really can't. You can't have a 100% fair game and have it be an accurate representation of a Major League Baseball game. It's just very difficult to do in a video game. So this year they definitely went further into the simulation style, and you know, in theory that's fine, but it ended up making a pretty poor online game. So it's good to see that they realized this and that they are making steps to address this. Now, we believe that it's important that online competitive play is predicated on fair and balanced gameplay, emphasizing user skill. On that note, we have been actively evaluating and testing changes internally that reduce certain simulation components in order to better achieve our competitive goals, while still maintaining the components that accurately simulate Major League Baseball. This is the big concerning sentence right here. That they are trying to... It's good that they're trying to make the game more fair and more competitive, but they're still sticking to this idea of simulation baseball over fair. Or not, maybe not over fair, but I think they're still leaning on the simulation part just a little bit too hard. I would be okay if they put that to the side almost completely and just tried to make the fairest platform possible. But it seems like they're still kind of clinging to that idea of having a more balanced playing field. And like I said, I haven't played a game under the patch's new conditions, and a lot of the notes that we're about to talk about are very encouraging. But I'm just saying, before I play the game, that sentence right there, it does concern me a little bit. But we'll see. We'll get into some gameplay and we'll see. Okay, so the patch 110 highlights adjustments made to the range of PCI movement outside the strike zone on all difficulties beyond rookie. Veteran is allowed 1.5 inches, All-Star Hall of Fame and Legend is allowed 3 inches. So, and they also have some notes right here talking about hit type issues with balls low in the zone and certain hit types being weird and stuff like that. But I don't, this change I don't really get that much, because early in the year, at the beginning of the year, we had a problem with not being able to move the PCI far enough. But then once they fixed that, it almost became a problem, at least for me, of like overcommitting your PCI, and sometimes on balls that I should hammer, I'm overcommitting my PCI outside the zone, and I'm getting bad hit results because of that. I do understand that is my fault as the input guy, but it always felt like it was going a little bit too far, if you know what I mean, the PCI. But I get it to a certain extent, and if it does end up giving us more control over the PCI and giving us a more accurate PCI, I guess I'm all for this. But I guess I'll just have to feel it in my hand before I make a final judgment call on this one, because I'm not 100% sure what they're trying to do here. Now, the second thing, in two-player games, hit types will more closely match PCI input after timing, attributes, and all other factors are involved. Single player is ineffective. This is beautiful. This is exactly what I want to hear. In the notes, they do say there's a slight reduction of simulation aspects that we mentioned earlier that could have pushed a hit type up or down 2 categories based on hitters' fly ball or ground ball tendencies. To clarify, we haven't completely removed those tendencies, but they have been reduced to better match the results of your input. Okay, so this is a good thing. It sounds like they didn't go as far as I wanted with this, but they went far enough to at least ostensibly provide us with a good enough platform to where I'm not going to be raging every single time I center green a ball. It feels like I'm not going to be getting pop-ups on hits like that as often. So that's a very good thing. So I really like that. Good job, SDS, on identifying this as an issue and addressing it. Okay, here's another one. Slightly smaller PCI coverage affecting weak kits and tip fouls. Does not affect the solid region of the PCI. This changes affects all modes. We made this change in response to not only feedback that we've been hearing, but also in response to the current meta and our own data analysis. This will change inevitably more swing and misses, especially for low vision contact hitters. Remember that the PCI does not represent the barrel of the bat. This is beautiful. This is probably one of my most favorite things about this, because everybody knows, anybody that's played online knows that the meta of this game so far this year has been get guys with power. No matter how low their vision is, no matter how low their contact is, guys with power rule the day. And it was very, very difficult to strike anyone out. It was very difficult to get swings and misses ever. So this change, I feel like it's going to be great. You're going to get more strikeouts. Those high contact guys are going to be more valuable. I don't know if the new hit type engine and the new swing and miss thing, I don't know if it's going to close that gap enough for it to really matter. I just have to wait until I get the game in my hands to really find out. But on the surface, just reading this is terrific. And then they give a few examples right here, Mark Reynolds and Chipper Jones. You can see that their PCI after the patch, or Adam Jones, I'm sorry. Their PCI after the patch is a good deal smaller, and yeah, that's a great thing. So yeah, okay, so accuracy improvement for swing analysis PCI feedback, especially when swinging early outside or late inside. This affects the visual OSD only and not gameplay or results. This is a change that most people might just kind of scroll over, but I kind of like it because the swing analysis has been fucked all year. I've had so many times where I've been late on a ball on the outside corner and somehow pulled it, and it says early, but like the angle of my bat and everything has been way off, and it looks like a ball that should have been pushed to right field, but it's pulled into left field, and it's just been all over the place. The swing analysis has been really messed up to start the year. So I'm glad that they made this change. It should give us a better idea of what we're doing exactly at the plate. And finally, smaller PCI and slightly increased pitch speeds in ranked, battle royale, and events. This is the final thing that is just awesome. I've been wanting faster pitch speeds forever since and they ticked it up a little bit after the start of the year, but it still wasn't enough. They still needed to turn it up a good bit. You have no idea how often I've been early on 99-mile-an-hour fastballs, and it's not even like hard for me to do. In fact, it's relatively easy for me to square up a fastball, get my PCI there perfectly, and still be like a few milliseconds early on it. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a ton. And it's been nuts. The pitch speed so far this year has been nuts. SDS never, ever go back to the pitch speeds that you had at the beginning of the year. It was a terrible idea. I'm glad that you've changed it. Good job. But never get that idea again. Also, get the word stimulation, take it out behind the barn, and shoot it. Like the fucking rabid dog that it is. So yeah, okay, those are the major gameplay changes. They also did a lot of quality of life changes that I welcome 100%. Users will no longer be penalized for quickly re-entering the pause menu in BR games. This is fantastic. This will allow you to quickly make bullpen decisions, defensive changes and stuff like that without losing any time. We already don't have a lot of time in BR anyway, so that's very welcome. Users will now be prompted to pinch hit in BR when a pitcher steps up to the plate. Very needed. You have like a ton of guys will just quick pitch you when you get your pitcher up, so this is a big deal right here. Created players in Diamond Dynasty will now accurately show stats above 99 while in-game. Note, equipment bonuses will not display at the front-end DD menus. That's fine. I don't really care. And then fix certain stats within the universal profile that were showing incorrect values. So yeah, that's another decent thing. But yeah, that's really it for this patch. I think we're getting some content today. I think we're getting it today. It may be tomorrow that we're getting it. I don't know. It'd be weird if they released it on a Thursday, but it might be today. By the time this video comes out, it's probably already going to come out. So, yeah, guys, I'm really excited about this patch. I'm really excited to get some gameplay in my hands. Tell me what you think. Let me know if you guys want me to stream tonight. I can't promise anything, but I definitely want to try. I want to try to stream with this new with this new patch out and with this new gameplay and everything to see what it's like and to see what you guys think and have some live reactions to that. So, yeah, let me know if you guys want me to stream. Please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and, guys, I'm back. I know I keep saying that, and I know I keep bouncing out, but, you know, with old people, man, their health, it goes up and down, and it's just hard. It's hard, guys. But I love you. I will see you guys later, but until then, peace.